Apple's planning a massive event for this spring, loaded up with new products just like the spring-loaded event back in 2021. And this is incredible news because before the brand new report from Apple leaker Mark Gurman, we weren't expecting some of these products until the summer. But now we're getting all of these in the springtime, which is amazing. And according to Gurman's new report, Apple's really trying to reverse a huge decline in Mac and iPad sales, which is why they're going to be giving us everything at once with new iPads and Macs at the same time just a few months from today. The spring launch is going to include the iPad Air, the iPad Pro, and the MacBook Air, but there's much more than meets the eye to this new lineup, so let me explain, starting with the new iPad Air. It's expected to come with basically the same display and design, with the main change being a new chip. Now, whether that's going to be the M2 or the M3 is uncertain because we already have the M3 and Apple usually gives the latest chips to new products. But if the iPad Pro is also coming, and we know that for sure is gonna have the M3, Apple could easily just give it the older M2 to make a huge differentiation between the two models, making it worth spending a lot more money. And if you do save money with the iPad Air, you're not gonna get the best of the best performance. Now, Apple hasn't updated the Air in over a year and a half, and it looks like it's gonna be a 2-year cycle for this new iPad Air if it gets released in, let's say, March, or even in April. That's over 2 years. And the really weird thing is that Apple usually doesn't release the Air and the Pro at the same time, so this would probably be the first time ever, and it makes me think that Apple had some sort of a delay or issue with the Air getting released maybe this past fall, maybe a month or two ago, but they didn't. But the huge brand new surprise that Apple's gonna give us this year is that the Air is gonna have a new larger size for the first time ever, which is basically gonna match the lineup that we have on the iPad Pro models with the smaller one and the larger one. And yes, the larger iPad Air is gonna be 12.9 inches, just like the iPad Pro, which is very important for one big reason, which brings us into the next product that Apple is expected to release at the spring event, which is a surprise new Magic Keyboard 2.
Ahora bien, una de las mejores cosas del nuevo chip M3 de Apple es la capacidad de...
Oh wait, sorry guys, I've been working on my Spanish recently. Just kidding, that's actually a new AI translation tool from our sponsor Rask AI, which allows companies and content creators to translate their videos into 130 plus languages to access diverse markets around the world, with features like text to voice, lip sync, and voice cloning, which I used effortlessly with just one click on Rask AI to do this.
Одним из лучших преимуществ
Apple's new M3 chip
является возможность...
Ready to take your content global? Try Rask AI today and unlock a world of possibilities. Use promo code MAX20 for a 20% discount on your first purchase. Click the link in the description to try it for free today. This new keyboard is gonna fit both sizes of the Airs and the Pros, which is very convenient for them because they're maximizing the amount of products that can support this new Magic Keyboard, which gets them a lot of money because these are very expensive. Now, Mark Gurman says that this new version is gonna look more like a laptop with a sturdier aluminum frame compared to the kind of rubber material one that we have now that gets very dirty. It definitely doesn't feel that high quality, so it makes me think Apple's gonna make this new one more expensive. Now, there were a lot of different patents and features that were leaked with this one, and I think one of the big ones could be built-in MagSafe, where you literally have MagSafe magnets built into the back so you can connect it and charge it with a puck, or even do reverse wireless charging with your iPhone, and then it can kind of reroute that puck through the smart connector and charge the iPad Pro itself. And there is a rumor that there's gonna be a clipboard mode, at least a new patent, where you can fold it down and draw on it without having to take it off, which solves one of the biggest issues that we have with the current Magic Keyboard. So this new keyboard is gonna be very popular. On top of that, Mark Gurman says that Apple is also gonna be releasing a new Apple Pencil 3 with all of these new products in the spring, and that could feature a new design, which could be potentially shorter or have new features and buttons or whatever else Apple can think of. So I'm really excited, and I really wish they would make a matte black version. And now let's move on to the iPad Pro, and this is gonna be a big one. They're gonna be upgrading the displays just a little bit to the choice of 11 inches or 13 inches, which to me means that the size is gonna stay the same, but the bezels are going to get thinner, which could be challenging because they have the camera there with Face ID built in, but I have a feeling that Apple might give a landscape camera to this new iPad Pro by giving it the dynamic island, kind of moving it inwards into the display, and then that way the bezels can get thinner and they can still fit the Magic Pencil 3 charger right above that whole lineup of cameras and sensors. That's gonna be very interesting. But the biggest feature on the new iPad Pro is gonna be the brand new, super expensive dual pane OLED display, which is gonna be insane. It's gonna come to both of the sizes, and it's basically gonna have two OLED panels stacked together, which gives you all of the benefits of OLED, like the crazy contrast ratios, the really good colors, and you also get the brightness. It's probably gonna have the same brightness as we have right now, or maybe even brighter with that crazy mini LED display that we have now. But that one suffers from the halo kind of glowing effect, while the new displays will not have that issue. They're gonna be so incredibly good, the best displays on any tablet or laptop ever made. Now, as for the chip, of course, we're getting the M3 chip, and as we've seen with the new M3 MacBook Pros, it's really, really powerful. So hopefully we don't have any kind of thermal throttling or basically overheating, because we know the iPad Pro does not have a fan. And with the new iPad Pro, we are expecting a brand new redesign. I'm not exactly sure what that's gonna look like. Now, we did have some leaks of MagSafe coming in the past, but those have died down, so it seems like that might not be coming at all. But either way, many people are expecting this new iPad Pro to be extremely expensive, so get your wallets ready. And now finally, let's move on to the new M3 MacBook Airs, which of course are gonna be packed with the same M3 chip, which makes me a little bit worried because the new M3 chip does get pretty hot, even in the M3 MacBook Pro, with the fans ramping up as well. So I have a good feeling that we're gonna see significant thermal throttling in these thin chassis that are fanless. So if you're waiting for that and you care a lot about performance, it might be worth just buying a new M3 MacBook Pro right now for that extra performance with the cooling. Now, the cool thing is that we should be expecting both 13 and 15-inch sizes at the same time. Thankfully, they're not gonna split it up like they did last summer. It's gonna happen at the same time, and I think it's gonna be a pretty awesome new product. As far as features, I'm not expecting anything new. I think the design's gonna stay the same, but keep in mind that throttled performance with the M3 chip. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you're not subscribed, definitely do it above and check out one of those two videos right over there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.